As we near the end of your book, we're going to be learning a new rhythm, new notation. So you're used to reading whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes for the most part, and we've worked on some dotted rhythms of that. And let's just review a little bit about what that looks like and how we divide these notes up. So when you have a whole note, hopefully it'll look like a whole note for you. It looks strange, doesn't it? Here, let's get rid of those. Those lines were going to be that I'm going to go break a whole note up. And a whole note would be how many in half notes? Well, we would have 2 half notes, right? Because if we divide 4 in half, we get 2 plus 2. If we divide our half notes in half, now we're going to have 4 quarter notes. I should move up a little bit. Because we can divide each of those 2's into 1's. Then we learned that you're going to be able to divide each of the quarter notes into sets of 2 eighth notes. It's a little tricky doing this sideways. No, hold on. 2 eighth notes for 1 quarter note. Let's do the art correctly. So each quarter note can equal 2 eighth notes. Sorry, my notes are just like speedy notes. But it's just to give you an idea of the math. Okay? Now we're going to learn that we can take and divide those eighth notes again. And it's going to be, well, when we double 8, what do we get? 16, right? So what these are going to be are 16th notes, and they're each going to look like this, where the eighth notes have 1 beam. A 16th note is going to have 2 beams. And let me make that bigger so you can see. Okay, so each one of these can be divided, so each eighth note gets divided into 2 16ths. But normally you're going to see them beamed together. But each one of these goes like that. Hopefully that makes sense. And then normally you see them like that. Now, with 16ths, it's not uncommon to have different combinations. So you might have 2 16ths and an eighth, like that. Oh, these are not pretty, but sideways, what can I say? Or you might have 1 eighth and 2 16ths. They're really looking like lollipop notes. I am so sorry. I don't like lollipop notes. So here we've got 2 16ths and an 8, or 1 eighth and 2 16ths. So what I'd like to do is, if you would have been with me when we first started learning rhythms, oftentimes I put a rhythm language to it. And the beat gets a syllable called do. Do, 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 do. And then the and of each beat gets the sound day. Like it sounds like D-A-Y, but it's D. If you'd see it spelled, it would be D-E. This is a rhythm language that was developed by a man named Mr. Gordon. And I personally like this one quite well, and so I use it frequently. And I think it might help when we're trying to figure out, especially when we get into some of these combinations like this, to make sure that we're getting the rhythms equal and even. So this is still do, 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 but the other half of that beat is day. So it's do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. Then we're still going to have the do and the day where they're supposed to be, but we're going to say in between do ta, day ta, do ta, data, do ta, data, do ta, data, do ta, data. So one thing I like about this language is you can always know where the beat is, because do is always on the beat. And it also has a slight change in it to know whether you're doing a duple. This would be considered a duple rhythm. Or if you would be doing a triple, it changes. Do is always still on the beat, but when we divide it, we give them different syllables. So it makes a lot of sense so that you know which rhythm language you're working in, duples or triples. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a couple of echoing rhythms with you. So what I'm going to do is show you this. I'm going to say it. I'm going to cover my face just because you're going to be able to see it better if I put it like this. I'll say the rhythm. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not going to point to the rhythm. That'll probably get confusing. But I will set the beat. In fact, it probably wouldn't hurt if I had a metronome going, but I'm not going to do that right now because I didn't plan ahead. But I've got a beat going on with tapping. So what it'll be is I'm going to say it, this whole thing in rhythm, and then I want you to just come right in on the next beat and echo me, okay? So it'll look like this. Do to day to do day do day do. And you'll say do to day to do day do day do. Do to day to do day do do. Do day do to day to do do. Do to day to do day do. Do to day to do day do. Do to day to do day do day. Do to day to do to day to do. Do day to do day do. Do to day to do day to do. Do day to do day do. Do day to do day to do day. Do today do today do. Do today do day do do. Do day to do today do day do. Do day to do day do today do. Very good. We will try those again sometime when we're together and see how they go. Good job.